In this video, we're going to focus on how to find the odds of a simple event. In the last video, we looked at probability, which is favorable outcomes over total. So if they had a basketball player at the free throw line, her team is down by 1 point. She makes an average of 75% of her free throws, so 75 out of 100, which we reduce to a probability of 3/4 that she'll make the shot. We could ask the same question differently and ask what the odds of her making the shot are. So odds are defined as favorable outcomes, so that's still 3 to unfavorable. So if she makes it 3 out of every 4 times, that means 1 of those 4 she doesn't make it. So if her probability of making it is 3 to 4, her odds are 3 to 1. When there are n outcomes and the probability of each one is 1/n, we say that the outcomes are equally likely. For example, when you roll a die, the 6 possible outcomes are equally likely because each outcome has a probability of 1 to 6. So a probability of 0 cannot occur. A probability of 1 is certain to occur. The odds of an event occurring is the ratio that compares the number of ways an event can occur, successes, to the number of ways it cannot occur, failures. Find the odds of rolling a number greater than 2. There are 6 possible outcomes, 4 are successes and 2 are failures. So our successes to failures is 4 to 2, and we always want to reduce, so our final answer is going to be 2 to 1. You could write it as a fraction, 2 to 1, or with a colon between there, 2 to 1. Normally we'd want to reduce that fraction to just plain old 2, but we want to see the comparison of favorable to unfavorable, so we want to leave it 2 to 1. A card is selected at random from a standard deck of 52 cards. What are the odds against selecting a 2 or 3? There are 4 2s and 4 3s in a deck of cards, and there are 52 cards originally, so when we subtract 52 minus 8, there are 44 cards that are not a 2 or 3. So the odds against a 2 or 3, so not a 2 or 3 is our favorable, to a 2 or 3 is unfavorable. If we divide that fraction by 4 over 4, we get 11 to 2. Melvin is waiting to board a flight to Washington, D.C. According to the airline, the flight he is waiting for is on time 80% of the time it flies. What are the odds that the plane will be on time? Okay, so if the probability is 80%, that's literally 80 out of 100, we could reduce that to divide by 2, 4 to 5. Okay, that's favorable to total. So if the favorable is 4 and the total is 5, unfavorable must be 5 minus 4 is 1. So the odds that it will be on time, so favorable to unfavorable, is 4 to 1, which is commonly written also with a colon. In this video, we looked at both probability and odds because we were kind of connecting the two, like in example 4. So probability, remember, is the number of favorable outcomes to total possible outcomes. Odds can be expressed as the ratio of the number of successful outcomes to the number of unsuccessful outcomes.